What's going on, guys? This is Jeff with Philippines Through My Eyes. Today, I want to talk to you about getting out of debt to move to the Philippines. Majority of Americans have some sort of debt, if it's student loan debt, credit card debt, car loans, house payments, different things like that. Specifically here, I'm talking about those payments that you're making that are building interest, that is not specifically a home loan. Car payments that can be paid off early, and they are not necessarily an investment, and our credit card payments, those types of things. Now, the number one thing that we need to remember is that paying the minimum payment is just prolonging an issue. Now, some of us have put ourselves into positions where that's all we could pay. And that's important to understand that with that, we need to make drastic changes. Now, even my family and I, as we are going into a strategy of moving to the Philippines, we have decided to downsize in our home. And why are we doing that? To attempt to spend less money to put ourselves in a better position financially, so that when we move to the Philippines, we can have better success. Now, for my family, we put one kid in private school soon. That will be two children in private school. And we also choose to live in Southern California. Why we're staying in Southern California, even though we're saving money, or we're attempting to save money and eventually move, is because we are taking other avenues to save money, while still being able to make significantly more than the median average. So with all of those things, I am taking my own advice. I am moving into a smaller place. And that's the number one thing. Consider your monthly expenses, if that's your house, your car payments, your insurance, your medical care, your eating out, those types of things. We need to create a budget that saves us enough money that we are not just paying the minimum payments. So with that, that means that you might have to either downsize in your home, sell your home, and then move into an apartment. And yes, you will not be making, you will not be paying off that house anymore. You will not own that house. But if you're planning to move to the Philippines, that's okay. Sell while it's good. We want to downsize. If you're a single individual, you're going to want to sell your home and rent a one room, unless you're in an area where you're able to rent out each one of your rooms to different people. And now that causes its own issues, but certainly you can save much money by selling your home and renting a room off of somebody else. The number two thing would be if you have an excess of vehicles, the toys, the motorcycles, the dirt bikes, the Jeep that you ride only on occasion, when you go to the mountains and you enjoy that time, those extra vehicles that have insurance, those extra expenses and toys, start liquidizing those things, start selling those off. Know that when you put them out there, have a set price that you're willing to go to, but realize that things come and go, and the desire is to get out of debt and to be financially secure. So selling off our toys, downsizing our homes, and that will eliminate a lot of our expenses. Ideally, if you're moving into a one bedroom, that's an all-in thing, Wi-Fi, water, electricity. But if you downsize just your home from a larger home to a smaller home, then you are going to spend less on electricity. You are going to spend less on your payments. You are going to spend less on your basically everything. And Now with that, even insurance, rental insurance compared to home insurance, things like that. Those are very important to just minimize your expenses or to downsize those things. Next, I want to talk to you about a few different tips or things to consider that you are not below or you are not above. And we should never think we are above any type of work, and especially when we're trying to reach our goals. There is 24 hours in a day. If you sleep 6 to 8 of them, great. That means you got 16 hours a day to attack. I realize I have a family, so I can't do some of the things that some of you want to do if you are a single individual trying to get out of debt or get financially ahead. So we have to consider these things. If you could do overtime at your job, that's great. Continue to do that. Secondly, consider doing some type of ride share or an app-based job, either Uber Eats, Uber, do Lyft, or there's these different shopping ones and Walmart and the grocery stores. There's many different ones out there. Take advantage of those. If you have a few hours here and there, you might think, well, I don't make a lot of money, but you're making more money than you would have with if you were just sitting on your couch. Now, next would be, and this is something that is often forgot about, and honestly recently it was brought back to my attention, and that is selling your plasma. Look, and not only selling your plasma, but consider recruiting others in selling their plasma so you get promos. If they do it a certain amount of times, then you get a bonus. And so consider doing that, and consider recruiting others in that way. Now it might be 25 to 50 bucks a time. It's an hour of your time. But if you put all of that money into debt, or if you put all of that money into savings, if you're out of debt, then that is great. That nest egg for when you move. Those things add up. If you could do it 2 to 3 times a week, that is 50 to maybe $150, $200 a week that you're making. Sometimes they have promos to, if you do it 7 or 8 times in a month, then we'll give you a bonus. So just consider those things. Look in your local area for that. And then lastly is the simple fact that you eat out. All of us eat out. And so just making better decisions to meal prep and to eat at home. Now, I'm somebody who greatly enjoys eating out with my family. I enjoy going to new restaurants and enjoying those things. But you can save a significant amount of money on your budget by doing that. That will help you. Now, that doesn't necessarily make you money, but that saves you money, and that will help. Now, I guess as a bonus for all of these things, another one that you might want to consider doing is looking into different websites in your local area and looking for side gigs. Something like walking a dog on a Saturday for an old lady who just can't do it, or maybe it's just cleaning up stuff if you got a truck, or, different people are always looking for jobs, things that they don't want to do, and maybe that's no problem for you. And so that might be a great help to you to just do some side gigs. If you make an extra $100 a month, and that's easy. I mean, any of us can make $100 a month. But if you do that, that will help you to one, get $1,200 out of debt, or $1,200 more towards your savings and success in the Philippines, your savings fund or your startup fund, and that will be a help. Now, if you're maybe 12 months out or 6 months out, you want to get aggressive. But for some of us who are just a few years out and we're going to be full-time in 2 to 3, maybe even 4 years, we can start doing those things where we start to ramp them up. And as you pay off your debt, You don't change your lifestyle to be larger. You change your lifestyle, or you continue to live your lifestyle in that budget and save that money. You might be thinking that you're just going to want to live an easy life in a cheap apartment, and you're just going to want to live very minimum. Well, it never hurts to have an emergency or a startup fund. There might be something that happens in your life or somebody that you love or care about. There might be a natural disaster. There might just be something that occurs and that you want to be able to move along with financially. There might be opportunities stateside that you're able to invest in. I don't suggest investing in the Philippines personally, but you might have some things that you might want to do, invest in a business. And if you have some of that money, you can take some and start a business with it. Stateside, making dollars, not making pesos. And so those are just some of the things I want to encourage you in getting out of debt and moving forward in the new year. If you've got any questions or any additional suggestions, that'll be a great help to me. I hope to learn from you guys as you learn from me. I hope you have a great new year, and I'll see you soon. This is Jeff from Philippines Through My Eyes. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you find out when the next video occurs, and you could just watch immediately. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.